Do you know how to make chicken stock from scratch? Well, if you don't, I'm gonna show you how to do it. So a few days ago, I did a video on some chicken thighs, and these are the bones that are left from that video. I'm also throwing in some chicken feet on these sheet pans and fill the second one with pure chicken feet. These are all gonna go into an oven. Now, after they're roasted, we're gonna go ahead and do the second step. This is optional, but keeping the theme here of adding flavor and depth, we're gonna brush them with a little bit of tomato paste, and they're gonna go back into the oven for 5 minutes. Once they're done, they're gonna look something like this. Now, all that is char, flavor, depth, complexity, everything you want in a chicken stock. So we're gonna go ahead and dump those in the pot. In hindsight, I should have used a bigger pot, but for demonstration purposes, this will work. Once you put them in the pot, we're gonna go ahead and deglaze the pan. Add a little bit of water, and we're just gonna scrape away till all those bits and pieces come out of that pan. And we're gonna add them to the pot. Now to that, we're gonna add about 4 quarts of water. You wanna leave about an inch of space before the edge there. We're gonna put this on our stove. We're gonna bring to a boil and then reduce to a simmer. When it's simmering, it should look something like this. This is gonna go on for about 4 hours. On the last hour, we're gonna add our veggies. Now, speaking about veggies, this is what you have to do. So I'm gonna grab an onion, cut it in half, and then take the ends off. You can leave them on. I chose to take them off, force of habit. And I also chose to peel it. Again, force of habit. Some people leave them on. That's fine. So each half, you're gonna cut them into quarters. So you're gonna have a total of 8 pieces. Now, if you wanna nerd out, there is a ratio for this. Honestly, it doesn't matter. I use whatever veggies are left in my fridge. Here's some celery that I had. We're gonna chop them. I'm chopping it because I need it to fit in that small pot. Same thing with the carrots. These probably, I don't know, 4 pieces each, something like that. Put them on the sheet pan, and also I'm gonna choose to remove the end piece of the carrot. You don't have to, because we're gonna strain this at the end of the day. So once you have them on a sheet pan, go ahead and drizzle a little bit of oil just to kind of help them out, get that little char, help them transfer the heat from the oven or the broiler into the veggie and char perfectly. So put them in there for about 5 minutes, but keep an eye on them. You don't want them to completely char and dehydrate. They should look something like this. As you can see, they're still moist, there's still juice to them, there's still flavor, and we're gonna add those on the last hour of the simmer. Put them in there. They still have moisture, which is gonna leach out into the broth itself and add a little bit of more complexity, a little bit of more depth. And also, I had in my fridge just a bunch of cilantro, literally like a bunch, and I went ahead and added that. And since I'm adding cilantro, I figured why not just add some oregano that I had outside in my garden. Just make sure you submerge them, make sure they leach out all that goodness, and once that's done, after that hour, we're just gonna go ahead and strain it. For the big pieces, I used a spider to pretty much just put them in a container. And as you can see, it's all falling apart. All that collagen, all that great stuff, it's leached out into the liquid. And then I poured it into a container so it can cool down before I poured it into a smaller container for its final resting place. As you can see, it's about 2 quarts, a little bit under, which means it reduced by more than 50%. So there you go. This is how you know you have a good stock. It's nice and gelatinous. Look at that beautiful color. I wonder where Jello comes from. Peace.